Hello, my name is Carl Surrey, and this is a video tutorial for the Facebook group called Fans of Serif Software. Now, this is part 7 of a series of videos that I've made showing the use of WebPlus X8 or 18 to build a fairly basic web page for the Fans of Serif Software. When I got finished at the end of part 6, I had basically built the backbone of the website. Had all the pages sorted out and the background and a lot of the graphics. And after that would have been a lot of repetition of entering the text for the various pages. I haven't completed all of that yet. I have done quite a bit. If I just have a look at, say, like the Photo Plus page, you have your text and your various hyperlinks to pages, and this is a slider that this part slides across the image here, and basically this part here, the slider, is the same on all of these pages, just the image is different compared to the whatever bit of software it is talking about. And that's the WebPlus one done. DrawPlus one, I don't own DrawPlus, so at the moment I'm sort of holding off doing anything about that. I'm hoping somebody's going to supply me with some text to go into here. If not, I'm going to have to rely on Serif's own page to give me some information to add into here. Movie Plus, again, I haven't started on that one. I've only ever used it once, I think, so that's something I've been putting off. Panorama Plus, I've finished, and it has a link to the video about showing you how to use Panorama Plus. And Craft Artist is again something I don't use that often, so again I've been putting off completing that part of it. Right, the other pages I have finished or getting round to is the tutorials. The tutorials main page has the link to the first 6 videos showing how this website was made, and pages under the tutorials of the written tutorials page, which I have completed, and has the link to a PDF file that you can view, and you can download the list of all the written tutorials. In the videos tutorial page, I'm halfway through this one. I'm hoping to add this video you are watching now onto this page and then finish off the text, but that's still under construction, that page. I'll skip this Contact Us one for a minute. I'll go down to the links and disclaimers. I'm halfway through doing this one. I've done the links and the disclaimers will go underneath. Right, going back to the contacts page, I have completed this one. I've added a form where people can email me. So you add in your names, your email address, and the name of the PDF that you may be asking for or the inquiry you're asking about, and then you can write your little comment, and when you submit it, that will send that to me, and then I can answer those questions. And again, I've added the links to the written tutorials and the video tutorials on this page also. I just want to do a quick look at adding a form like this. So I'm going to add a page below this Contact Us. I'm not going to keep this in the website, I'm just using it for demonstration purposes for this video. So I'm going to just add a new page, and it's going to be a chart, going to go after Contact Us. So it's just, I'm going to leave it at page 16, but as I'm going to be deleting it, it's not going to be a problem. because at the moment it's added it to the menu up the top there, but like I said, that will be gone soon. Now, down the left hand side here, you've got this arrow here. If you just click that, it'll open the assets browser. I'll just click it to keep it in place, and you can go to browse, and it will open up the assets browser. And what we need there is where is it? Settings, forms. There we are, forms. Sorry about that. One of the options is forms, and then you have all these various forms that you can add to your page. There's all sorts of types where you can get people to enter information. And what I have done, I have already added all of these to my assets browser page over here. So I'll close this down, and I think it's under settings. No, there we go. Page contents is where they went. So if you put the cursor over it, it will tell you, like I said, appointments form, comments form, contact form, competitions, favorite films. There's all different types of forms here, but I'm just going to what should we go for? Let's just click that and drag that onto the page. I can now close the assets tab, and you can place this wherever you want. And if I do a quick preview of that, this is what it would look like on the website when people can add their forenames, surnames, their email address, and then add a comment and then submit it. But you might need to edit this depending on what you want to use it for. So if you double click it, and it will open up the form designer. You can also, if you just highlight it, there's a form designer button up here in the left hand side. So you can then start to edit this. Now if you hang on, field form, the form name. You've got these various tabs along the top here, and one of them is form. So you could change the form name. I mean, at the moment it says comments form, but you could change that to whatever you want. Say like, ask me a question, for example. Then you have the different fields that you can add fields if you wanted to do. But you really need to read the help files to understand more about this, which I have not done, so I'm not going to stand here to start asking you to follow my lead, because I'm still learning this myself as I'm going along. But for example, if I click on phone number, it will add the phone number page box below that. So it's things like that. You can add, a password if you want to, or ask for people's web address. Similar goes for themes. I think you can alter how they look, but I'm not going to do that. So that is basically that. If I click OK, I'll just click OK for now, and then that is, you can see that has already changed that to ask me a question and added telephone box at the bottom. Now I'll go back to the form designer quickly, and one of the tabs is form submission. Now, at the moment it's set on no action, so when somebody clicks submit, nothing will happen. What I have done with my page is I have set it up to go to Serif's web resources, and then you enter in here the address that your own address that Serif will send this to. And again, it would help if you read the help files to help you understand this better. But using Serif web resources, when somebody sends off the form, although the form is going to come to you, Serif will then open up a page for the person who is submitting it, and they have to enter a sort of capture, I don't know how you pronounce that, page where it will display a number or a word that they have to type in to confirm that they are a human being trying to contact you and not some spam program. So that will give you some protection from your emails being flooded with lots of spam, because it needs to be done by a human being that uses these capture pages. So I would recommend you using the Serif web resources. You can use some of these other options, but again, I've not really looked into that. You would need to read the help files to really check out what these do. So I'll cancel that, and I will delete this page because I never wanted it anyway. Right. So that is that quick look at the contents page. You can always do a quick test of how this works by sending me just a quick test if you want, even if it just says this is a test, hi, or whatever, and then if you submit it, it should send you to the catch-up page where you'll have to enter a code, and you will see what I mean. Right, so that is where I am up to at the moment. Many pages are finished, some pages I'm putting off doing at the moment, and some are half done. What I want to do now, if I just go back to the home page, I want to look at getting your page ready for search engines, because when you make a website like this, you sort of need to embed certain words and phrases so that when search engines like Google or Yahoo or others out there, I can't remember their names, but they will search for, so somebody types in, I want help with WebPlus, for example, then it will search and it will find WebPlus, and it will probably have Serif Software's page as the top one, but my page or this page may be on the first 10 lists once it gets onto the websites. So the more information you can add into the embedding of these phrases, which are called like meta tags, which is META, I think, meta tags, the more information you can embed into it, the easier it is for the search engines to find your information. Which is why I said, like in the early videos, I said about when you come to a page, let's go to the WebPlus one, just to recap. If I right click that and go to page properties, which is why I have renamed the pages to suit the product or the whatever the subject is. So this used to be, I think, page 2, but I've renamed it WebPlus, and then you have to keep the .html, and it all has to be in lowercase. But this will help search engines find your particular pages, because if somebody types in WebPlus into a search engine, this will help a search engine find that particular subject. you can then also insert meta tags. Let me just close this down. You don't necessarily have to be on the home page, but I like to go back to the home page. Along the top here you have various buttons for page properties, site structure, and the one we want to look at is Site Manager. So I'll click on that and it will open up the Site Manager box where you have many options. Many of these I have not looked into, but it just tells you basically on the first setting, that all these are using master A and those ones are using master B. It just gives you a quick look at what is included on that page. And one of the options down here is search. If I click on that, this is where we can enter the data for search engines to look for. Now you could do each page individually, so you got you could just click on that and then start typing, and then you'd have to do each one individually. Now, as a lot of these are going to be exactly the same, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a tick in this box up here, so it ticks all of them, and as you can see down here, 15 of 15 selected. And then what I type in here, or there, or it will then add all that into all 15 of them. Now, in the help files for WebPlus, which you can get by pressing F1, if you put in search engine into the search option and then list topics, the first one will be search engine optimization. I would advise you have a quick look at that and read through all this gump, and this will help you sort out how best to get your page into a search engine. But I will just do a very quick gloss over how I'm going to do it anyway. I have down here a text. I've already set this up, and this is going to be the first part of it, which is a description. So I will copy that, go back to WebPlus, and I will just paste that into there. And as you can see, all of these have now got the same bit of text. So this will say, fans of Serifsoft software as a group found on Facebook, where we cover programs like PhotoPlus, PagePlus, WebPlus, DrawPlus, etc., etc. Now, according to the help file which I mentioned earlier, they reckon that you can make the description as long as you like, but the first 10 words of your descriptions are the most important, because that is what the search engines look for first. So thinking about what it is you want your description to read is important. So for me, the important bits were fans of Serif Software and Facebook. So after that, it doesn't it's not as important, although they are listed, because those important bits I can add to the keywords search. So if someone just does, say for example, WebPlus, if it's in the keyword search, the web search engines can possibly find it from here or from your description, depending on what your description is. So again, I'm going to copy and paste something into the bottom here, and what I want to do is to include all the keywords in all the pages. So let me get my text page back, and these are my keywords. Now you need to, when you do your keywords, you need to, whatever the word is, then a comma, then a space, then the next word, comma, space, like that. So I've got obviously serif, software, Facebook, then PhotoPlus, PagePlus, WebPlus, etc. And I've also made each of the various versions, because I think Panorama Plus is X4, PhotoPlus is X8. So if somebody does PagePlus X9 in a search engine, the search engine can find that keyword and put them together and hopefully put this page near to the top of someone's search. So I'll go back to here, and then I will just paste that in there. So all of those now have all those keywords. Now what I'll do is I'll unhighlight all the pages, because although I've now got those keywords set for all of them, you may want to add individual keywords that are only relevant to that particular page. So for example, if I highlight the Contact Us page and then I click on here, I can now add a few extra ones. So I'll just put contact email, and I will leave it at that in that particular one. And then on the links and disclaimers, I can do links, disclaimers. So you can see all of them will have a certain amount of keywords that the search engines will find. So hopefully, if someone does, for example, put in Movie Plus into a search engine, any or all of these pages could be found with the search engine, because Movie Plus is listed in the keywords. It's also listed, did I list it in the description? No, I didn't. I just did up to Draw Plus and then I did etc. But it is listed in the keywords. But if I hadn't done, I could then have had go to Movie Plus and I could have put Movie Plus in. But what I will do is I'll put edit voiceovers. I'm not certain if that's one or two words. Voiceovers. I'll do it as 2 words. So as you can see, I've added extra search engine keywords to various pages. I will go back and I will do this better for all the pages. You don't want to sit here and watch me do each and every one of them, but that is how you can improve your chances of your program being found by a search engine. We just close that down. Now I think in earlier versions, I'm pretty certain in earlier versions of WebPlus, that option wasn't as easily available. I think what you had to do was you had to right click the particular page, and then it was like page properties, and then I think there was a box down the bottom here where you had to enter. In fact, there you go. I think you got search terms. There you go. You can do it this way as well. The description, you could do each individual page separately, because it's listed everything that I've just done previously. So you could then, if you want, go for each individual page, go to page properties, and then add your extra keywords or beef up the description to make it more relevant just to this page. So there are two ways of adding meta tags and metadata. You can either do it via the site manager, or you can do the page properties. Right click on the particular page, page properties, and come down to search terms. So that is that quick look at how to add a form to your website and add metadata so search engines can find your site that much easier. Right, that is all for now. This may be the last in this this particular series, because most of what I have left to do now is just a repetition, sort of adding text to the pages I've missed off so far. But if I do think of anything else that I need to tell you about, I may do another video later on. I hope this hasn't been too boring for you. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.